Nam yo ho ning ge ko 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 nam yo ho ning ge.
Hi, I'm Margaret, and this is the channel where we take Buddhist philosophy and practice and apply it to the problems and concerns of everyday life. I've received a number of questions in this last month, which have had to do with changing the behavior of another person. The other person isn't changing in some way, and the questioner is wondering why chanting isn't working. This question relates directly to the Buddhist concept of oneness of self and the environment. So, how does this principle apply to this question? What oneness of self in the environment is saying is that our circumstances all come from within us to manifest in the outer world. In the World Tribune, November 21, 2003, a quote, "Rather than there being one static environment that we living beings are born into, every environment is uniquely customized, tailored to suit each of us according to the state of our inner lives. So in a sense, we're all going around with our personal universe, one that extends from the inner depths of our hearts outward to all the phenomena of our surroundings. This means that our subjective self and our objective surroundings may seem to be two independent realities, but they're actually two dimensions of a single reality and arise in relationship with one another." So to take this a little further, this means we're part of any situation we're facing, even if on the surface the problem appears to be that of the other person. If you're suffering then, due to some past causes you have made, you have created the destiny to suffer in this kind of situation. The other person has appeared because they have a karma that fits with yours, and the time is right for it to appear. But the other person has appeared as an effect. The cause was your original thinking. The other person has their own karma and will need to chant to handle their own situation. Since this is the case, then you want to chant to change your destiny to suffer in this kind of situation. When we chant in front of the Gohanzen has great power to change us, not to change someone else. When you change your own destiny, the other person will change of themselves. And this is how we can shift a negative situation into a positive one. A resolution always comes from inside us to manifest in the outer world. So chant wholeheartedly to the Gohanzen, regretting any slanders and offenses you may have committed in any lifetime. Then, when actions and ideas of things to do come to you, take action. If you're chanting for someone's happiness, you may not know about the cause of their unhappiness. Sometimes things have to get a lot worse before they get better. Perhaps circumstances completely unknown to you have to be resolved before that person can be happy. For example, I remember the story of a young man who chanted for the happiness of a very negative boss. It turned out that the boss had been embezzling from the company for 20 years, and once that came out and he was made to step down, he became happy. The guilt had been driving his unhappiness and negativity. But the young man who was chanting had no idea of any of it. It's important to know that when you're chanting about a situation that it doesn't seem to be getting better, to trust that the mystic law is working for the good. Keep chanting until you achieve your goal. I had an experience of chanting about a bad situation next door, and I chanted that something positive could happen there. It got a lot worse before it got better. It took the whole situation to blow up, everyone to disperse, and for the landlord to face his negligence before it could be resolved. But there was a positive ending that took many months to come to fruition. Sometimes many things have to come together for a situation to be resolved. Again, be patient and trust that the mystic law is at work for the good. Another reason that things might not be changing might be that it could be that there's something inside of you that needs to change before the circumstance about which you're chanting is going to come to fruition. For example, I know someone that chanted for 1.5 years for a career-level job. But he had many changes he had to make before he could qualify, as he was a recovering alcoholic who had been quite marginal. And note, a refusal to make these changes could hold up a resolution to a situation indefinitely. Problems which really challenge us have an enlightened function. They stimulate our faith, which in turn leads to our inner growth and our happiness. So, to summarize, if you want to change your environment or someone else's behavior, you're going to need to change yourself. You may need to chant to change your destiny to suffer in this situation. And when you change your destiny, the situation will change of itself. The Gohanzen has great power to change us, not someone else. There are reasons why nothing appears to be changing. It could be that there's a very complicated situation where a number of factors need to come together. Or the person chanting may need to make changes of their own. So thank you so much for your questions. I really appreciate all of your coming, asking questions, making comments. I just love hearing from you. Please subscribe if you're enjoying these videos and you'd like to see more of them. And I'll see you the first Thursday of December.